Hi guys, and welcome back to Toucan Tarot. I hope you're all well. Guys, thanks for the love firstly, all the new subscribers recently. But straight onto today's reading. So we're looking at, do they want to be with me? Is the feeling mutual? That burning question that we all ask ourselves at some point in our lives. So do they want to be with me? Is the feeling mutual? We're going to be doing pick a crystal 1, 2 and 3. If you want to jump straight ahead, the timestamps are down below, or they will be. People, you guys watch it so quickly after uploading, so give me a minute or two. But yeah, so really interesting reading, all about how they're feeling about you basically, and if they want this connection with you. So we're going to use quite a few cards to delve in. I've received again more gifts this week. Thank you so much. I'm going to be using them throughout my cards. If you need any readings or you'd like to just do an energy exchange, you appreciate the channel, all the info can be found below. And I'm always so humbled by everything that you guys do basically. So wonderful. Let's get cracking, shall we? So I'd like you to take 5 deep breaths. And whilst you're doing that, so really deep breaths, and whilst you're doing that, which crystal resonates with you? We've got crystal 1, I'm going to show you that. And then we have crystal 2. I love this crystal, it just reminds me, I mean, you don't find it on the beach, but it just reminds me of the beach. And crystal 3, which is beautiful peach coloured crystal 3. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. Great, so let's get cracking. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Do hit that like button as well. I could do with all the support at the moment. Obviously I'm new on YouTube, but more importantly, please comment below, or below rather. I love to hear where you guys are from, what your name is, where you're from, and just your thoughts. So remember to comment. But let's get cracking with pile 1. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. So I'm going to pop those there just for a second, and we'll get that up there. And again, we're looking at, do they want to be with me? Is the feeling mutual? To start with, in fact, I'm going to start with the High Tarot today. I do read my cards with Luchuan, my guide, just so you're aware. The cards really are just kind of a trigger point, if you like. But yeah, let's get cracking. And we're going to look straight into, we've got the Monkey, 7 of Cups, Tiger, Page of Pentacles, the Relic, 6 of Cups, all upright. And we are going to then draw some Lunar Soul. I'm offering extended readings now, guys, so you can find that information below. We've got the Lovers. We have the High Priestess. I always read Lunar Soul upright. For those of you that watch my channel, you know this. And we have the 3 of Discs. I'm going to pull one more. Super interesting. And then we have Judgment. Okay. And then let's get a couple. I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. And these are the Work Your Light Oracle cards, sorry. And I'm going to just pull a couple of these. I've got Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And this is advice to you. And Pillars of Light. Right, so let's get cracking. Again, I'm offering extendeds now. You can find the details below, but let's see how we get on firstly. And then you'll know if you want to carry on. Right, let's get just straight cracking into this then. Sorry guys, my camera keeps wigging out, but I'm so happy to say that I've got a new one on the way, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, let's dig straight in then, shall we? So, yeah, do they want this is really the bottom end of the question. And guys, just look at your cards. Firstly, we've got 7 of Cups, Monkey. We've got Page of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Lovers, High Priestess, 3 of Discs, and Judgment. And I mean, without, getting straight to the point, yes, absolutely, this person does want to be with you. Let's dive in a little bit more detail. So we start and we've got the 7 of Cups here. And also, I just want to point out, we've got the 6 of Cups as well. So, definitely there's a lot of love here. I mean, there's so much love. The 6 is the number of the Lovers as well. You'll see here 6. And that number in itself is all about love. So yes, this person absolutely does. What I'm getting though is there's a lot of, you know, the monkey, it says it all, there's a lot of monkeying around, you know, it's time to make decisions. And I very much kind of coming through, and Luchuan confirming here that, you know, I say he, by the way, of course, whatever resonates with you, but he is, he doesn't think that you're as into him as they are with you. You know, they think that they want this more than you do. They're very, you know, they think that there's a lot of monkeying around. So, but what I'm getting through that's actually happening is, you know, it's that typical thing when you kind of fancy someone, so to speak. And, you know, I do this actually, because I'm a bit of a joker. My nervous energy kind of creates into this foolish kind of jokey, you know, in the playground, you kind of joke around and you prod, and not, you know, literally, but that kind of vibe, that's the vibe they get off you. So it throws them off a bit because they're not sure what you're thinking of them, but it's absolutely there for them. Without a shadow of a doubt, and really strongly, you see the tiger there, Page of Pentacles, you know, that's a strong card, and definitely a strong decision. So there's no shadow of a doubt, I'm happy to tell you, that this person absolutely, you know, the feeling is mutual, beyond mutual. But it comes to you to really kind of get serious now, is what's coming through from Lichuan. Obviously, again, we've got the Lovers over here, and the Six of Cups, and also, you know, you've got the Three of Discs and the High Priestess as well. Now, even though the High Priestess is two, it is actually the third card. Obviously, we've got the Fool, the Magician, and then the High Priestess. And then you've got the Three of Discs as well. And the number 3, it's a really important number. It speaks of, you know, spirituality and so forth, and the mind, and really going in. And that's really coming across here. I almost want to say, I don't know why I'm hesitating here, I'm just going to say what's coming through. I almost want to say that there's a deeper connection here, so I'm almost getting some kind of soulmate. I don't want to say twin flame, you know, there's some great, especially on YouTube, people out there that can tell twin flames, and do twin flame checks and so forth. You know, I'm not a twin flame myself, I can't channel that twin flame, so I don't want to say that they definitely are your twin flame, but there's definitely something going on at a higher level, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, twin flame's not the one. I'm thinking more of a soulmate almost, or there's something deeper there. There's something a lot deeper and a lot heavier. You know, your souls have met. Luchuani's saying your souls have met, and this is almost like the third coming is what I'm getting. The number 3 again, the number 3 that we're seeing. And the number 3, again, you've got the Three of Discs here, and it's really speaking of, you know, celebration, and certainly in regards to Pentacles. And we had the Tiger of Pentacles here, so I'm getting real strong character vibes of success. Not only a successful person, but success in the relationship as well. But there's a lot of monkeying around and a lot of joking around, and it's time for judgment, and that's exactly what's coming through here. The card is there, and it's, you know, it's working out now what you're going to do about it. There's enough frolicking, there's enough monkeying around. It's time to get serious, because, you know, it's written in the cards, literally, it's written in the stars as well. But I just do want to go back to what I said about this deeper connection. And what Luchuan's coming through with here is, you know, you need to investigate that a bit more. And to start with, that starts with yourself. So we're going to look at this card as you right now, Luchuan is saying. You know, you need to put on this High Priestess head, and really start going within yourself and find that, you know, I don't know how spiritual you are. I'm guessing not as much as you should be. But you really need to go within there, because in the past you very much have been, and you might think to yourself that you feel, you know, sometimes you know something's going to happen, or you feel that you have got those energies, and that you have, you know, you are gifted in a psychic way of some kind, and you absolutely are, and you have been in the past, and I'm getting, again, past lives here, it's really coming through from Luchuan. So really investigate that. That's super interesting. Let's go to the advice card. So how can you mother yourself? Isn't that a lovely card? And that also, two things here that's coming through. The first one is obviously related to what we just mentioned here, your spiritual path, and needing to go on that more, and find that journey. But then also another one in relation to them. And, you know, the reason that you act this way around them and give off this jokey vibe, it is a nervous energy. And that stems from unconfidence on your part. Listen, confidence comes in many different colours and many different levels and many different depths. You know, someone can be super, super confident on the outside and you just would never think that they're nervous. But actually, they really are. You know, it's the classic thing, isn't it? Don't judge the outside by the in. But you need to mother yourself on that, because you needn't do that. This person is into you. You needn't do that. Guys, this is a really lovely reading. It really is. I'm super interested in this past association, but let's have a look at your next advice card. Oh, I love this card so much. The Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. I think you can feel this. Like I said, you know, if you haven't already tapped into your psychic side and your spiritual and your inner self, basically, then you absolutely need to. You are the oracle. You're so very blessed. But more importantly, in the past, and your soul's been through this journey before, and what's coming through is itching to get out. I literally see this high priestess pushing up, trying to come out and grow. And that's the vision that's coming through here. So please do concentrate on that. I want to go into this a bit more. I'm going to on the extended reading. If you're joining me for that, the link's down below. But if not, I'm going to do a quick overview here. So in short, absolutely, the feeling is mutual. And if anything, they're wondering why you're joking around, and you've put them on the back foot, not knowing, and made, you know, them guess a bit because of your behaviour. So they're not sure at all. Obviously, you're not. That's why you're here. But listen, the lovers, you know, you've got so many sixes and cups and everything that's coming through. Forget the cards. I'm telling you now, this is definitely, the feeling is definitely mutual. But remember, you know, you've got to start mothering yourself and start going within to work out why you act that way. That's your task number one. But number two as well, you need to do that and tap in, because you've got a journey of your own. And that's what I'm going to go on to on this extended, because this is really important. I'm almost getting tingles, and Luchuan's the same. You know, you're a powerful, powerful vibe person. And you really need to unleash that. Even if you think, Luchuan is saying now as well, if you think that you're quite ahead on your spiritual journey, you know, the opposite to a beginner, then you've not scratched the surface. You really haven't. This is, again, it's just this vision of the high priestess trying to reach out of you. Wow. Okay, so we're going to go on from that. And of course, we'll look into more of the relationship here in the extended. Join us below. If not, guys, it's been a pleasure. I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment it down below, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. If you are interested in private readings as well, I've slightly changed the way of doing things now, but all the details are down below. I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Welcome those of you that chose crystal number 2. This is your reading, and we're looking at, do they want to be with me? Is the feeling mutual? So let's have a dive straight in. I'm going to start by pulling, I love this deck so much. It's my new favourite deck. It's by, I'm just going to actually get it, the High Tarot by Dan Francis. He did a Kickstarter to get it going, but oh, I love them so much. But we're going to look at how they're feeling about you, basically. Is the feeling mutual? We've got 4 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Judgment, and we've got the Mushroom reversed. Okay, which is the 5 of Cups. And then we're going to also pull some Lunar Soul here. And we've got the 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, a lot of wands here, guys. Got the Page of Wands. I always, obviously with Lunar Soul, I always read them upright, for those of you that are aware. I'm also going to pull a couple of Oracle cards as well, and I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle, just to get some advice on the whole thing. And then also, guys, I'm offering extended now, so if you wanted to go to the extended, feel free. We've got Council of Light. Oh, there we go. And Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. Okay, so yeah, let's just get cracking, shall we? Okay, so we've got the Amber, the Amulet, the Peacock, and the Mushroom reversed. The first thing I'm going to point out, there's so many wands throughout this. Just so you are aware, I think obviously I mentioned it already, but Luchuan is the main way that I read my readings. Of course, the others are just triggers, but we have got to point out the amount of wands here. And, you know, that speaks for a real kind of wanderlust. You know, this person is searching for love, that I will tell you. And without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, we've got the Four of Wands here. And I think they're really absolutely wanting, you know, support. They're wanting stability. You know, they're wanting all of those things. All of those things. And what's coming through, I've just got to say it how it is. They think that absolutely that they can get that with you. They know that they can get that with you. And you go straight on to judgment. You know, we don't always hear... No, I don't always say what you want to hear, so I've just got to say it how it is. But yeah, what's coming through is they really want this, and they think that they can have you, and they're in the middle of deciding exactly what to do. They do see a great, great future with you. You can see that with the Ten of Cups. You know, they do see it. You see that celebration and party, which is the family and friends is what I'm seeing. The love, though, I think it's too early to say that. And what I'm getting is it's not a bad thing because, listen, not everybody falls in love, boom, just like that. But there's a lot of wonder about you. You know, they're weighing it up. It's almost like they're weighing it up. You know, they are in search. You see the Page of Wands here, you know, he absolutely, I say he, by the way, of course, whatever resonates with you, but he is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, searching for love and searching. But it's almost like he's searching you. You know, he's not. His mind is not made up yet. That's what's happening here. The mind is not made up yet, and he does feel quite lost by it. You know, we've got. I love the mushroom. If you can imagine, what's coming through here is, you know, you're in the woods and you're lost. And then you spot a mushroom, and a wild mushroom growing, and you think, great, I'm starving, I've been lost, I've not eaten for days. But actually, the mushroom has hallucinogenic effects, and you go even more into this spiral. He's very, very torn, really, really torn. It'd be interesting to see why. We can go into that in the extended, but yeah, he just seems really torn about you at the moment. And that's the biggest thing that's coming through. It's like he can see you there. He likes you without a shadow of a doubt. You know, this isn't some kind of player flipping the coin. I mean, a little bit of that, if I'm honest, as to whether or not he wants to be with you. But there's a little bit more, there's more than that. You know, he's definitely on his mind. There's a lot, like I said, wonder. It's the biggest word that's coming through. So, in relation to that, what I would say is that absolutely, you know, this is a possibility, but it's at very, very early stages. But you've caught his attention. You see that with the peacock here, you know, the peacock's ready, but also in judgment. So, you know, they are kind of judging you in a sense right now, much like you are them. You know, they're weighing up what they like about you and so forth. And that's the process that's happening right now. Let's look at the advice. The advice cards I pulled in regards straight to you. And we've got Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Help Us in the Subtle Realm. And then we've also got Anna, Grandmother of Jesus, Seeding the Light, Laying Foundations, Divine Plan. The biggest message that's coming through here, as I just mentioned, in regards to them, this is the very early start of something. You know, it really is. And that's just being really frank with you. But there's a bigger message here coming from Lutrana about you. Divine Orchestration, Help Us in the Subtle Realms, Seeding the Light, Laying Foundations, Divine Plan. Lutrana is saying, why are you thinking about this person? Why are you thinking so much about this person? You really like them, yes, but you don't really know them. You don't know them. You know, we all jump and listen, that isn't to be harsh to you, because we are all, and those that say they aren't are lying, but we are all a sucker for this at some time or another, right? We overthink someone, we meet someone, we really get a connection, or you see someone, or however it happens, and you really just feel that instant, and it's their energy. And obviously, as I said, you know, that's not to say there is something there, but what Lutrana is saying is, you know, you've got bigger things to think about. Just remember, what's meant for us is meant for us. So, you know, what he's trying to say and what's coming through here is you need to kind of forget about this. Now, that is easier said than done, because, you know, it's on your mind constantly, and I know it's not that easy, but you need to busy your mind, and you need to busy your mind with you. And that's what I want to go into here. But that's not to say that this isn't happening. It's just at early relationships, very early stages, and you have got his attention. So this story there's a lot more to be told. And again, we can go into that further in the extended reading. But it's very early stages. But right now, this is what you need to focus on. Help us in the subtle realms. You know, people are behind you, they are helping. And what I mean by people, we're talking about guides and angels. I don't know if you do meditate, but you need to connect with your guides. You know, there's a lot. You need to go within is the biggest message that's coming through. And then we've got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. You need to see the light of you. And I know you do, I'm getting here, you do absolutely take care of yourself, but I'm talking about on a spiritual level. You know, again, instead of going outward and thinking about outward things, which is including them, you need to go within. And that's the biggest message that's coming through here. What I'm going to do in the extended is I'm going to go through, obviously, that more with you, because that's the biggest thing that's coming through here, but also with them. And just to do a roundup, as I mentioned, this is by no means a negative reading in regards to your question, is the feeling mutual? The answer to that, though, is they don't know. They're not sure yet. You know, they're really not sure. And when you dig deep down in yourself, are you really sure? You know, what is it you're feeling? Is it lust? Is it? And these are the things that you need to address, is what's coming through. And again, you can do that by going within. And it's all about trusting your inner self and questioning why you do things, Luchuan's saying. Question more why you do things. That's the big message here. Question more why you do things. And listen, this will take care of itself. It will happen organically. Everything always does, you know. What's meant for you is meant for you. What's not is not. Therefore, why stress about it? You know, especially, it's like people say, there's no point in worrying about situations because, you know, you've not know the outcome yet. And if it is a bad outcome, then you've suffered twice. You've suffered already of the worrying, and then you've suffered of the bad outcome. And if it is a good outcome, then you've suffered for no reason. So just don't suffer. Don't think about it. Let these things happen organically. That's really cool. I like this little reading. And there's a lot more messages for you. Hit me up on the extended. You can find the link below. And we'll go again more into him, again, whatever resonates with you, he, she, but we'll go more into them and then more on you as well. But just to point out, you know, you have got the celebration card here, and they absolutely do get good, you know, there's good vibes going on. You've caught his attention. So it's not a case of, oh, just, you know, you've caught his attention in answer to your question, and he's thinking about you, just hasn't made up his mind yet, and he's really quite unsure, which just says one thing. You need to, you know, you need to give this more time and more activity and interaction. And the biggest message that's coming through is be true to yourself in all your interactions with this person moving forward. Oh, I feel it so strongly. This message coming through is be true to yourself. Speak honesty. You know, don't try to impress, just be you. That is something that will be valued hugely, but more importantly, it's something that you need to start practicing. And this is something that you need to start going within, and that will become more and more. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Again, those of you on the extended, I'll see you in a moment because we've got some exciting stuff to talk about. And again, link below in the comments and in the description. For those of you that are just joining for this, it's exciting. It's the beginning, but you know they don't know yet is the answer. Much like, again, you probably don't know. So there's a lot of, have a rewind back of what we said here if you're not coming to the extended, because there's a lot of questions to ask yourself. But I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated. Big love and light to you, and extended. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Your support is so hugely appreciated, and I will see you soon. Okay guys, so for those of you that chose crystal number 3, this is your reading. And is the feeling mutual? You know, do they feel the same? Is the feeling mutual? That's really what we're asking. And straight away we're going to dive in with the High Tarot by Dame Francis. Let's just see what comes up, shall we? I do most of my readings, if you've watched my channel before, just pop that there. I do via my guide, Luchuan, and of course Toucan, always around. But let's go ahead and see what we get. Right, so we have 5 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles here, guys, 7 of Cups reversed, and pull one more. And the fossil, King of Pentacles. Whew, a lot of pentacles up in the house. Right, let's see what else we've got. I'm going to use Lunar Soul Tarot. Just look a little bit more. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got the Knight of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands. I always read Lunar Soul upright, as you know, if you've watched my channel before. Let's just move these down a little bit. And then I'm also going to pull a couple of advice cards for you. And we're going to use the Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel Work Your Light Oracle cards. I just love these cards. Right, let's have a look. So we've got Align Your Life. And we have Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. Right, so let's just dive straight in, shall we? Okay, so, okay, guys, you know, obviously I just have to speak what comes through, and I'm sorry if sometimes it's not necessarily what you want to hear. I fear this reading might be a little bit on that side, but fear not, there's good stuff to come. I mean, there's a lot of indecisiveness here. The first thing I'll tell you is I'm getting, you know, we've got King of Pentacles. I'm guessing this guy perhaps is your boss or someone of authority around you. Or if not, very much, you know, a CEO himself, that kind of figure and, you know, embodiment, so to speak. But they have a lot of options and you're not necessarily one of them, you know, is what's coming through. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, you know, it could turn either way. But what I do see is that this person, he just moves on, you know, he moves on to the next, So I'd be very careful. And, you know, do remember free will, you know, this isn't, oh, this is how it's going to be and that's it. There's always free will. So something may be different, but I just have to tell you what the cards are reading here. And it's showing him very much as that player type. That's what I'm coming through. Luchuan's kind of confirming, you know, real kind of powerful guy. We've got the Five of Pentacles reversed here. Normally that signifies kind of, should we say, he's without a shadow, first of all, leader of a group. But yeah, unbalanced in regards to their thoughts towards you is the biggest thing that's coming through. Unbalanced. You know, you're not necessarily at the forefront of their mind. What is at the forefront of their mind is money. You know, they're going through huge success and fortune right now. And, you know, their head's just too busy. And unfortunately, because they are in that position, they just attract so many, you know, certainly these shallow types, right? They just attract so many people, but that's because they are a bit of a magpie, you know, they've got real character. We've got the Seven of Cups here, turned around as well, and the Monkey. And again, indecisiveness, and especially when we're talking about love, and this is in regards to you, it is indecisiveness, but it also speaks of, you know, what's coming through is his mind's elsewhere. And not only on his current thing that he's up to, because he's a very busy man. I say man, woman, you know, whatever relates to you, but obviously they're very busy, and you're just not on their mind, and they've got lots of options. And I'm so sorry, that's quite blunt, but that's what the cards and, you know, certainly Luchuan is putting forward here. As I mentioned, you know, they really could go either way, and there's always the, you know, free will. So, but that's what this is saying here. You see them as this Knight of Swords, and this is very much them, you know, they power forward on their own, and they've still got that naivety about them. So I would definitely suggest, listen, be careful here, because they don't necessarily, you know, they haven't necessarily got the foresight of how others are feeling. You know, they're not very in tune emotionally, you know, a little bit, not very emotionally intelligent is what I will say. So just be careful there. But there is wonder with you. You see that with the Ace of Wands, you know, it's this new wonder. You definitely are something that they've not seen before in some aspect. And that's certainly what attracts you to them. But the biggest thing coming through here is just be careful, guys, you know. And the one thing I will say is what's meant for you is meant for you. What isn't, isn't. So, you know, don't stress about it. Just let this play out, but be aware. And don't give it too much of your heart and thought until it suggests so. That's what I would advise you. We've got here, we're looking at your oracle card, and we've got Align Your Life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah, you're not aligned. You know, you're not aligned is what Luchuan is saying. You need to align yourself, and you need to find inner harmony. in ways that you're not even aware of yet, and you can only do that by going within. So that's the message on there. And then break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You know, this suggests that this isn't the first time you felt like this. I think about someone as well. It's not the first time you felt like this, and it's saying you've got to break that chain. And I think when you get attracted to someone, you kind of, boom, your mind's on them, and it's so easier said than done, isn't it? It's so easier said than done, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, and that's what you've really got to work on. In the extended readings, I'm going to go big on this, on you, and we'll also look into them a bit more as well, because that's what this reading is about, and I don't want to take away from that, I'm sorry. It's just that, you know, the message coming through is don't waste your time and energy on this until it shows you a reason to. There is wonder there is. It's not all, oh, they just see you as boom and one of many options. You know, they do see something, and it's a wonder. It's something, as I said, that they haven't seen in other people. So that's where the interest has peaked for them. And on that note, we can go into that more in the extended. But yeah, they're very much a lone warrior, and they've just got a lot on. Certainly, as I said, getting through in success or business, you know, or venture, whatever they're doing, and they're the leader of that, they've got a lot on, and you're just not on their mind. And not only that, but they've got lots of other interests throwing themselves at them. But they do see something in you, and you have to remember that coming down here. But the biggest message coming through from Luchuan is literally, you know, this may upset you to hear this, because you're like, oh, and the thing that's coming through is the thought pattern. Why is this always me? Why am I always that girl? Why can't I be the girl that they, you know, I'm their everything? That kind of thought pattern. You need to erase that, break the chain, healing, rewriting the future, because it doesn't serve you. You know, you are that person, and when the right person comes along, you absolutely are going to be their world, and you have that in your future. I can see it here now. But you need to stop beating yourself up and stop waiting for it, and instead start being and doing you and enjoying your life, and then that will just all come. It will literally all just come when you least expect it. Now, everyone says this, and it's so easy said than done. So the biggest thing that's coming through is you need to occupy yourself. You need to find a hobby that you need to occupy yourself with. If you could make that hobby, Luchuan is saying, going within and meditating and so forth, that you need to do. And it may feel like a chore to start with, but it's not. It's going to heal you in ways that you have never even imagined. And if you're unaware of that, that's the biggest message here, and that's what you need to do. I want to go into more of this on the extended. As I mentioned, we're going to go into more about them, because that is what the reading is about. And we will. But we're going to go in more about you as well, and what will help you do this. For those of you that are coming to the extended, I'll see in a second, but for those of you that are not, another thing that I think would really help you right now is, again, going within. If you find struggle with that, I do offer guided meditations. So, you know, let me know, because I can certainly show you how you can start doing that, basically, and help you on the path and on the journey. Or if you're already familiar, you know, and you're very much the meditator, then perhaps we can go in, I can show you a different path. But definitely you need to work on that, whichever way you choose to. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear, but as I mentioned, there's so much goodness for you. Extended, we're going to go into that right now, and obviously look a bit more at them. So click the link below, and I'll see you guys in a second. And for the rest of you, love and light to you. I'm sending lots of energy. I always do a small meditation and healing at the end of my readings, and I'm going to do one for you here. But love and light to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and do comment below. I'd love to hear from you. But I'll see you again soon. Extended, I'll see you over on Vimeo. Link below. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.